I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Town of Monroe's January 22nd board meeting. I would like to make a motion to open that board meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Oh, I made it. You second.
I'll second.
Yep, seconded by Councilman Colon. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Colon, aye.
Cardone, aye. Councilman Scancarello will be absent this evening. It is his son's 18th birthday, so happy 18th birthday to Sal Jr. Councilman McGinn is just arriving. A couple announcements. We had done some community work with respect to our, what's up, Mr. McGinn?
Hey, buddy, it's the supervisors.
How are you?
Late.
That's all right. We had done some work at our food truck festival, and with the employees' help from our Christmas or holiday party, we were able to raise $2,046, which we donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which was given to them in December. I have a long letter here, but there's a note attached to it. It says, "To our friends and all of you at the Town of Monroe, with deepest gratitude for your incredibly generous gift, your help makes wishes come true. Sincerely yours, Tom Conklin, President and CEO of Make-A-Wish." Second announcement, Monroe Woodbury Strategic Planning Process Survey. So the Monroe Woodbury Central School District is requesting community input for the district strategic plan. There will be mailing letters to all district residents, and we'll be sending emails to families, as well as utilizing the district's social media accounts and website. The survey is open to all residents from January 17th through February 9th, and it's identical to the first one offered in September of 2018, and it will help the district measure the effectiveness of what they're doing and guide them in planning for the future. They also have a MW website, which can be found on the school district's website. Okay, into the meat of the meeting. I would like to make a motion to open the continuation of the public hearing for the proposed amendment of Chapter 57 of the Town Code.
I'll make that motion.
I have second. Colon, a second.
Okay, call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Colon, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay.
You want to
Anyone
open
signed up to speak?
No, we have no one signed up.
Okay. Any comments by the board members? Nope.
It's basically, we're in the process of doing the DGIS for this, or we're not in the process. Our planner's in the process of doing the DGIS for this, and we hope to have that presented to us before the next meeting, at which time we will review it and decide at that point whether to accept it. Once we accept it, it will be put out on the website or be available at Town Hall, and then we will be having a public hearing, and after that that's when we'll get towards the end of the process with this part of with Chapter 57, the CCR.
Okay, thank you, Councilman McGinn.
You are welcome.
So I will make a motion to keep open the continuation of the public hearing for the proposed amendment of Chapter 57 of the Town Code on February 3rd at 7 p.m.
I'll second that.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Colon, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. Next is, we need a motion to open the continuation of the public hearing for the proposed changes to Article 14 of the Town of Monroe zoning local law.
Colon, a second.
Do you need a
just made a
proposal,
motion?
or?
No, we need a motion.
I'll take the motion then.
And I'll second it.
All right.
Oh, Mary, unless you want a second. I don't mean to jump to the gun there.
Yes, I
Mary
will
second
second.
it, okay. So moved. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Again, aye.
Okay. Anybody sign up to speak?
Ward Brower?
Good evening, Ward Brower, private citizen. I just want to know where we are. In fact, I was talking with this gentleman right here. Most people don't know that we were never grandfathered. We need to correct that. And some of them, I met a few of them at the planning board, and they didn't know. So I don't know where we are.
We're
Well, right now, we're waiting for county comments.
Okay,
We filed part one of the form, and we have to,
AF, yeah.
the EAF, yeah, we have to submit parts 2 and 3, which should be submitted within the next week. I have a conference call set up tomorrow with our planner. So I would say February 3rd, we hope to close, and then February, we have to wait for, council, is it 15 days for comments?
Yes.
Okay, so we have to wait, a time period, so I would say it'll probably be adopted in March.
okay, hopefully. Thank you.
All right?
We're
Yep.
getting there.
Yep.
We're getting there.
I hope so.
Okay, any other discussion? Need a motion to keep it open?
I'll make a motion, we keep it open till 7:15 on...
7:05, 7:05.
7:05?
Yep.
It's a tight schedule there, Mr. Supervisor. All right, 7:05 on Monday, February 3rd.
I will
Is
second
this like
that
speed
motion.
dating, or
Yeah.
what are we doing here? you know?
Exactly.
7:05? Okay.
All right.
And I will second the motion.
You got that, Madam
We
Clerk?
do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye?
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. I will make a motion to open up the public hearing for the Old Country Road Water District.
I'd like to second that.
Second that. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye?
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. Okay, so the status of it right now is we're awaiting a final draft of the IMA with the village of Cary Shoal. And once we get that final draft, we can then approve it. I would like to have that done by February 3rd. So I would like to ask council if they could prepare and draft the order after, which would be presented after our next public hearing?
No problem.
Okay,
Mr. Supervisor?
yes.
The sooner we can do this, the better, because from my understanding, they don't want to do anything until we pass this, right? The village.
They have begun the process. They did award the bid to,
All right, they awarded it.
yeah, they
so that's
awarded
the
the bid, and the company's name began with an L, and I'm remiss from remembering what it is.
No, that's, as
but-
long as it's been awarded and it's
Yeah.
moving along, because, all the controversy and everything that's gone through with those folks.
Yes,
So-
exactly.
All right,
Okay. So I'm going to make a motion to keep open the public hearing regarding the continuation of the Old Country Road Water District.
I'd like to second that.
Is it going to be at 7:10?
It's going to be at 7:10 on February 3rd.
All right, and then we can
Folks
close it
from,
up. Here's folks for right now.
All right. Did you want to speak?
Mr. Bickle? Please, come on up.
Come on up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, sure. Yep. I know what it is.
Is there something alive in there, or?
No, it's his water.
It's his
from his
water.
tanker.
That's,
That comes out of the tank.
yeah, it's dirty water. I wouldn't drink.
Anyone want to smell this?
No.
Thank you, I'll
We're
pass,
fine.
but I understand.
We understand. We get it.
Where is that from, sir?
That's his filter. That's your
I
filter?
know that's your filter, but where was that filter from? Is that from your well, or is that from?
This is
Your-
the water that I'm getting delivered.
Oh, from the tank.
From the tanker.
From the
This is
tanker.
this is what, yeah.
And who's that coming from?
I don't know where they get it, but we have a get.
Yeah, just state your name. I'm sorry.
My name is Labi Bickel from 34 Old Country Road,
Okay.
Town of Monroe.
Yep.
This filter is in the. They changed the tanker, the big tanker, and I make sure it's hide in the back of the house, no one should see. And I'm getting delivered 2 times a week water with a broom truck. And
You don't know
With the
what company it's coming from?
it's Tomm Enterprise, same thing.
I'm sorry, what kind of truck? I'm sorry.
A broom truck, the broom the streets, whatever.
Wait a second. Are you saying that the street sweeper delivers
Yes.
water to your house?
Yes, this is how to deliver my water 2 times a
Are
week.
you kidding me?
You want to see the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
They can't do that.
I thought you said broom truck. And I said, did he say broom truck?
That's why I remember, I was thinking that they say that June, I'm not complaining, I was quiet all time because I know January 16th got to be done. It was nice weather. There was no excuse not to done it. This was this Monday morning.
Is that the only picture, or is there another one?
More pictures. Maybe
Can I scroll? Do you mind? Okay. That's what the water was delivered in? I don't mean to. I mean, I just
What
find
do
it.
they do? They pump out of this truck into the
Yeah.
tanker?
Really? I see the line. That's crazy.
Here's what I'd like you to do.
Want the next picture?
It's tan.
No, I would like you to video, when they get there, I don't care if it's you or your wife, them pumping the water. Before I make any call or do anything, I want you to video them pumping that into your tank.
I have guys that have a picture that guys sitting by the tank here.
It's tan.
Yeah, I'm not people just coming nowadays coming in the back from the property. They'll feel more pictures of the guys sitting there. There's other pictures from a different truck. Okay.
Let me see, Mike, I can't. Yeah, it's 10 also.
Can you go back to the?
Well, no, if you.
I wanna look at the-
No, just if you see,
Yeah, the
there's the hose.
I mean, so that looks like a vac truck. Like, so that's discharging water and not sucking water out.
This again, they gotta have probably the process. They gotta have water in the sweeping the
Okay, so
streets. They have water in the truck. They have in the sweeping. And this is
Yeah.
water in the- I have a picture. If you want to see a picture how they're standing by the tank
Yeah,
or a video. I have a picture.
if you have a video, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
you want to pass this down to?
So here's,
Oh, yeah.
here's what I would like you to do. I want you to email me
Well, or you can say you want to email to the attorney.
and the attorney, the photos and any videos you have of that.
I have this sample there. Again, I'm
Yeah, listen,
I want to plan this quiet all the time. I want to give a chance.
no, listen, no, this is not right, so just please do that and we'll address it.
Can't we just send this picture? This is enough.
No, it's not, Don, you tell me if this is enough to send a photo, If
you want,
I'd rather have it.
A video,
I'd
yeah.
rather have a video where it's,
How frequently does it come?
two times because of a small tanker. Till now we have a 6,000 gallon tanker. And
Yeah, it
don't
was a-
forget, last year we heat this tanker with the piping. Now they have only like 1,500 gallon. This is like a septic tank. They
So when will the
Go,
next
do me a favor,
arrival?
just go stand by the mic so we can hear.
if you want to have another picture, you want to see how.
No,
the-
just
Any
video-
picture
video
you
to-
have,
Just
send
forward
it
to
to him
him
and then to these
and-
gentlemen here.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Just how frequently does it come?
Two times a week.
What days does it usually come?
Monday morning and Thursday morning about 8:50.
Tomorrow.
So
So
can
the-
you shoot that to us tomorrow after you?
If you want, I should call you.
Yeah.
No. I'll stop over there at 8 o'clock.
I'll be
They're
there. Go ahead.
8:15 roughly.
8:15?
Time they're coming.
Well, let's not make a slideshow out of it. I don't,
No,
All right, so then you
one of
show.
us go. I'll go.
Telegraphing this.
if you
What's
want,
that?
Plus, they're telegraphing it right now.
Yeah.
it takes them about a few minutes. If you want, I can text you or email you because it takes a few minutes to
Yeah.
fill up.
All right.
Shall I email you? Call you?
Text me. You
I'll
have my,
text
you
you.
have my phone. Text me.
Beautiful. Again, I know there's a filter, but again, with the filter, the clothes after washing it, there's a smell, and after we go into the bed, there is a smell. I keep complaining, but I'm complaining now for 8. Getting how many months? And I'm the complaining guy.
Yeah.
But I still have a tanker now. So.
Yes. No, I got you.
Again, I'm happy it didn't freeze the whole week like last year.
Yep.
It was better process. It's definitely a better process till now. But my question is, what is the plan? I know they say January 16th got to be done.
Okay, so the plan is that if you walked in late, so the bid was awarded, so they're supposed to be applying to us for a road
Planning, engineering, approval.
approval to open up the road with our highway department. We are awaiting a final draft from the village of KJ. We sent them some additional changes in the intermunicipal water agreement. Those are sent this afternoon, and hopefully we can move forward.
Again, I trust you guys with everything, with the conditions, just to make sure that this is what I'm getting from them. And I hope in the future you guys should be involved. I'm trusting, just I want you guys to know what's
Exactly.
going on. And other deals, whatever you guys, I trust.
Yep.
But make sure that you be in top.
Yeah.
Decide whatever and everything.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for
Okay.
your time,
All right.
and have a good night.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
No problem.
Shall I leave it there or should I?
Yeah.
No, take it with you. It's okay.
Thank you. All right, so I forgot where I was. Did we make a motion to
4.6.
I think we,
7:10 on February.
did.
7:10? Yeah, we did
I think
that,
we
right?
need
Did we
the-
call the question?
No, I think
All right,
that's where.
call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
begin, I,
Okay, so moved.
Mary, thank God you're here to keep us
Yeah.
on track.
Yep. Okay, so under the audit of claims, we have an escrow abstract,
Yeah.
which is abstract number in the escrow 20-01 for a total amount of $17,267.05. So we need a motion to approve that.
I'll make that motion for $17,267.05.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Begin, I,
Okay, so moved. Next, we have a general fund abstract for vouchers, which is in the general fund, it's abstract 20-01 for $1,022,587.37.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Cologne, a second.
Okay, call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
begin, I,
Okay, so moved. Then we have a refund of a road opening for $1,500. And that's the,
Eastgate.
for the Eastgate Management Service. It's a return for the road opening bond, and that's for $1,500.
I'll make that, Cologne will make the motion.
I'll second it. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
begin, I,
Okay, so moved. All right, item 6.1, acceptance of the December 9th, 2019 meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Cologne, a second.
Call the question, any any changes, alterations, revisions? No,
good.
call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
begin, I,
Okay, so moved. Acceptance of the reorg meeting minutes from January 8th, 2020. I'll make a motion to accept those.
Cologne, a second.
Any changes, alterations, revisions? Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
begin, I,
Okay, so moved. I'm going to hold off because I asked the volunteer ambulance corps to be here between 7:30 and 7:45.
head here.
And Real Term Energy was supposed to be here as well,
That'd be interesting.
so. So we'll move on, we'll keep item 7 open. We'll skip over to item 8.
8.
We have a budgetary transfer abstract. So you have before you highway, ambulance, and senior center. And the abstract is, for budgetary transfers, is 20-02. And the total amount for, for chargebacks I'm sorry, Orange County chargebacks are included in that, is $45,656.67. For the ambulance, it's $10,000. For highway, it's $54,400. And for our senior center, it's $33,140.
I'll make the motion, I guess.
Motion made by Councilman Cologne,
I will second.
seconded by Councilwoman Bingham. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. Just so you know, in your packet, there's a voucher from the Commissioner of Finance at Orange County, which outlines those chargebacks. And then on the page 2, it breaks it down by fund. Okay. Next up is 9.1, which is the AIM-related payments. And the only thing that is the state has actually changed the line item that AIM-related payments come into. And I can't find my, do you have your,
Is it this?
right?
No.
No, it's 9 point,
Or is it,
Nine-
oh, it's right here?
Nine-
Yeah, here it is, B0027. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go,
thank you,
Supervisor.
thank you. All right, so it's, the state revenue is going from A000-3001 for 52,000, and the new account would be B000-2750 for AIM-related payments
For the same amount.
for the same amount of $52,000. So the Office of the State Controller has mandated that a new revenue code, 2750, be used when the town or village receives aid and incentive for municipalities, which is the title AIM, related payments. So I make that motion to make that change.
Cologne, a second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. Okay. Next up, the New York Association of Towns. We have to list a delegate and an alternate member. I will be there all days, so,
Oh, up to, what is it, Tuesday, I think? Tuesday morning?
yeah.
Tuesday
Yep,
afternoon.
yep. So,
You want me to be the delegate?
no, I'll be the delegate if you want to be the alternate.
I mean, the alternate,
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I meant, I'm
Yep,
sorry.
Yeah,
You
So-
can have the delegate.
so you want to make that motion, Councilman?
I'll make a motion, 2 separate motions?
Do we need 2 separate motions, Don, or just one? Just an alternate and a delegate.
It's
So-
just for, yeah,
One.
for this form.
Yeah,
So it's
Yeah.
just for-
yep.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion that we make Supervisor Cardone the delegate and acting Supervisor Councilman Cologne as the alternate delegate to the Association of Towns
Thank you.
Any discussion?
convention.
I will second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. So New York State Associated Towns annual membership dues. We need a resolution to approve payment of $1,500 for the annual Town Association membership dues for the year beginning January 1st, 2020, as authorized by Article 8 of Town Law.
I'll make that motion.
I
Cologne
will
make the motion.
second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Bingham. Any other discussion? Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay. 10.3 is the Orange County Association of Towns dues and hospitality suite assessment. So we need to approve annual dues for the Orange County Association of Towns, Villages, and Cities in the amount of $100 and the $300 assessment toward the Orange County Hospitality Suite at the New York State Association of Towns annual meeting
I'll make that motion.
For a total of 400.
for a total of $400.
Cologne, a second.
Any other discussion? Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. So HR Public Sector Agreement, I'm sorry, Public Sector HR Agreement. Public Sector is the company that does our human resource consulting at both the town and Smith Clove Park. So they had an increase from $150 to $165 an hour. And the previous agreement we signed in 2016. The remainder of the agreement remains the same as previously approved. So I would like to make a motion to approve the increase to $165 per hour.
Second for discussion.
Okay?
Do we have any other firms that are interested in doing this?
We do not. It's professional services, so we're not
No, we
required.
don't have to.
Yeah,
but-
we don't have to, but we don't have any other firms. They have been handling us for,
Quite a while.
God, at least 20, 25 years. I have dealt with them both in the town and on the Park Commission, and they are extremely professional. And they dot their i's and cross their t's for us,
Yeah,
so.
they're very,
I just know last year we had asked them to do some revisions of the handbook, and I haven't seen them yet.
Is it,
You know,
follow up with a call.
Okay.
let's follow up and find out.
yep.
I mean, we last year, I mean, we didn't use them a whole lot to begin with, right?
No,
As
we've
in
used them the
previous
last,
years.
I mean,
The
not
la-
like, you
the
know,
last 2 months we've used them for an issue.
yeah.
Yeah,
Prior to that, I mean, it's not like the previous, you know,
No.
couple of years when they were living here. All right.
yeah.
All right. I'll follow up with a call.
All right, I made a notation also.
Call the question?
Nay.
What's that?
Nay.
She says, say, Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. 2020, I just need approval to sign the dog control services IMA with the town of Woodbury.
I'll make that motion.
Do you have a second?
I will second.
Any discussion?
Since we've entered into this, we've saved quite a bit since the previous, correct?
Yeah, about $65,000 a year.
So I think that's a good enough savings to keep going.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we really have received no
No
negative-
complaints?
No, you know, they've
It's been working very well.
been working very well, and you know, she does a great job over there.
Yeah,
Pam,
absolutely.
So
Pam does, yeah, very
she's-
good.
She's
Pam's real
fantastic.
good,
So
yeah. So I just wanted to make sure that people know that.
yeah, absolutely. Like you said, between the savings and the service, it was a win-win for us.
Yeah, it's not just saving money at the expense of the animals, so I can agree with that.
Okay.
Okay. Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. Okay, item 10.6 is the return of fees paid to the building department. The building department requests to return a $50 fee to Mrs. Marissa Ingenito and Mr. John McGee, 2 separate payments. They made for accessory apartment renewal. The application was taken in error as the new law passed in November of 17 and did not apply to them since they have a CO without any change prior to that date.
I'll make that motion.
Should we make 2 separate motions on that, council?
Yes, I would say on this one.
Okay. So, first motion is to return $50 to Miss Marissa Ingenito from the building department for an accessory apartment renewal fee, and the application was taken in error.
I will second.
You made that,
I made the
Rick
motion.
made that motion, I just read it.
It's okay.
Okay, call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, next is, building department has requested to return $50 to Mr. John McGee for payment of an accessory apartment renewal. The application was taken in error after the new law was passed in November of 17.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, I'll second it. Any discussion? Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. I know the ambulance is here. Just let me get through these last couple of items. They're pretty quick, and then we'll get you up here, all right? Proposed revisions to the accessory apartment code. So, I don't know if anybody had time to read them. I personally would like it to go to our planner,
Yes, I agree.
just to, you know,
Make sure, yeah.
get their opinion on it.
Yeah.
And then we can make a decision,
Yeah,
all
so,
right?
Table
do
till
we
next
need a
meeting.
motion to send it to the planner?
Yeah, sure,
Okay, I'll make a motion that we send it to the planner for review.
okay.
All right, Cologne, second that.
This, just for the record, this was submitted by
Ben.
Ben,
The building
Maldonado,
the building inspector.
So
Okay.
the
Just
planner
so we
should take a
know-
look-see at it then.
So the folks in the public know where
Yeah.
it came from. And, all right, and then I guess after we get back a report from the planner, then we'll discuss the
Yeah.
changes and,
Yep,
okay. Okey-doke.
all right. Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
All right, so moved. Next up is we need to approve the bid package, which has been approved by our council for the senior center HVAC replacement. This replacement will be done with monies from the CDBG grant that we received in 2018 and was upped in 2019. So I will make that motion to allow us to go out to bid for the HVAC units at senior center here.
I'll
Second for discussion.
Okay.
second this.
Are we gonna, how are we advertising it, and what's the return date?
I would say we'll advertise it.
It's being sent to the Times Herald Record tomorrow morning to be published on Monday, and bids can be picked up in my office. And then the return date, I believe, is February 16th. Off the top of my head, but if you give me a minute, I'll check my phone for the email.
Okay.
But that's what was sent to me today.
Okay, great.
You said February 16th?
I believe it is, Tony. I'm checking my email right now.
Okay.
And I will let you know. That came in today from, here it is.
2 PM?
Okay, so it's going in on the 27th, and I have to open up the ad because it doesn't say it in the email, so let's see. A walkthrough will be on February 11th, and the bid opening, this is a long one. Okay, wait. Additional. Received by 2 p.m. on February 19th.
February 19th.
Okay, so they'll come back at 2 p.m. on February 19th. There is a charge for the bids, which will be advertised in the notice.
There's a charge of $45 per set, $15 handling, and $30 mail. That's what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, and that's
Yeah,
gonna
so
be,
that's all
that's all in the package?
in the
Yep.
package. So that'll go out tomorrow, once you approve it this evening, and be published on Monday.
Okay. All right. Okay, call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. Okay, New York class, you have a package before you, which is for a municipal investment pool called New York Class. It is one of the only pools approved by the state, and it's called New York Cooperative Liquid Asset Securities System. That's what New York Class is short for. It's a very highly liquid fund, and it's designed specifically for the public sector. I have been speaking with our accountants, O'Connor Davies, and they thought it is, you know, they were actually the ones that referred me to the investment pool. Right now, our bond is 1.42%, and the in New York class, it'll yield about 1.48 to 1.53, depending upon the length of time. So it's essentially free money, what we have from the bond, so, and we'll be making, a little stipend on it. Shouldn't say stipend, a little more interest, so.
And it's safe, that's why.
Yeah, so what we need for them to join is we need a resolution from our town board allowing us to join as part of the application process.
I'll
So,
make that motion.
so that motion was made by Councilwoman Bingham.
Can I just, couple quick questions? So this
Well,
is
yeah,
just a,
you gotta second it first.
okay, seconded for discussion?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Mary
No,
was.
no.
Made the motion.
She made the
All
motion.
right, I'm trying,
Seconded by Councilman McGinn.
all right,
Go ahead.
for discussion. I'm trying to follow along here. So basically, we're just joining this, and then we would determine.
At a later date, we'll
We
determine how
determine-
much, yeah.
We would, and
We'd
for
be
what the
able to
term
invest,
is,
yeah.
and have we spoke to any other municipalities yet about what that's done this, or are we
I
trailblazing in
have-
Orange County once again?
No,
or-
I have a call into Rye. I did not get a call back. I think it was who was involved in it.
Okay, I mean, I think it's great, I just,
Yeah, it's basically, came recommended by our accountants, because, they have multiple accounts that use it, so.
Okay. All right. All right. Is there a joining fee or no?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Front loaded or anything like that?
All right. So,
So
Fees.
yeah. No, we'll get into the details once we approved, and then I basically delve into the package a little more detailed, but for the
Okay.
most part,
all right.
it's very liquidable. There's 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year investment periods.
Good.
All right. No, that would balance out the bond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because right now we're getting below
Yeah, below the bond.
point, I think we're getting below 0.8 right now. So, not even 1%.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, call a question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Again, I
Okay, so moved. 10.10, the amended fee schedule.
Still working on it. Would like to probably think about raising some of the water rents. I have the finance department working on an analysis, so hopefully for the next meeting, we'll be able to work on this a little bit more.
Okay. Good, thank you. All right. 10.11, Cub Scout, Pack 488, who are present here tonight, right, gentlemen?
no, it's Boy
That's
Scouts.
Boy Scouts.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry, my mistake. So, so the
440.
the Cub Scouts 488 Annual Award and Banquet in the spring. These are details of the event. The cost is $7. This is essentially a pancake breakfast they would like to hold on Saturday, February 8th, 2020, between the hours of 6 a.m. through 11:30 a.m. This includes time for their setup, breakdown, and to clean the senior center at the event. Their first seating for the pancakes will be at 8:30, and the second seating will be at 10 a.m. Amory Morris, our senior center director, will meet Cub Scout Pack 488 pack leaders to review the plan for use of the kitchen, main room, and application. It's the user fee and a refundable security deposit. And then all paperwork will be completed 7 days prior to the event, which is, the date for that is January 31st. The number of guests that they anticipate is 200. That'll be divided into 2 groups. And in the kitchen will only be adults. There will not be any children allowed in the kitchen. So we just need a motion to approve them to have that event here.
I'll make that motion.
Cologne, second.
Any discussion? Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
Again, I
Okay, so moved. Now, I'm sorry. Boy Scout Troop 440 is here for merit badges, right? Okay, so does anyone want to get up and speak and explain the merit badge process and whatnot?
One of the communications people, I think they can communicate.
Nobody
Oh.
wanted that bad.
we have a
Wait.
taker. We have a taker.
He's getting pushed up.
All right, come on down.
Come on down.
And don't be nervous, whatever you say will be forever on YouTube, so.
You can come up too if you want.
Just state your name and where you live,
I'm Cody Shapiro. I live in the town of Monroe.
okay?
Yeah.
All right, and what is the merit badge entail?
Communications is basically how to communicate with one another. Basically, like, I don't really.
So how many hours does it entail in order for you to receive the merit badge?
It's not really hours. It's like work you put in. So I mean, it just depends on how hard you work for it.
Okay,
Like maybe a month or two.
okay, so what is the work that you'd have to do?
Go to board meetings, requirements at home, like learning different ways to communicate with other people and stuff like that.
Like now.
Like now?
Yeah, like now.
Is there like a public speaking part of this, or not really?
No, just coming to the
Coming to the board
yeah,
meetings?
the
and-
board meetings.
Well, now you can
Well, we hope
qualify.
we set a good example of how
Yeah.
to communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you
and
go.
you should, in my estimation, get extra credit if your, troop leaders are hearing this. so.
Thank you.
And this may count towards public speaking merit badge.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
There is
yeah.
a public speaking
yeah,
merit badge.
there is, yeah,
I didn't know.
Inquiring
good.
minds.
Don't ever be afraid to speak up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it be government officials or whoever, make
Yeah.
make your opinion known.
Exactly.
Don't yell at us.
Yeah, no.
just make your opinion known.
I won't yell at you guys. Yeah,
Don't
no.
throw things.
Yeah.
We're always,
Yep.
Uh,
All right, thank you for coming
Yeah,
up, Cody,
no problem.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Cody.
Good job. Okay, ambulance. You guys are up.
Did you say you need an ambulance?
Need an ambulance.
Saying that.
No, I don't need one today.
Gentlemen,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Welcome.
We dropped off an estimate for an ambulance. Just so
Yep.
you know, the process, it's been about 6 months we've been doing this. We started out going to other ambulance corps first. We went to Blooming Grove. We've been to Greenwood Lake to see what ambulances they have, what they like and what they don't like. And we had our own. Then we called the vendors in. The vendors came down and showed us what they want. So we had an idea of what we were talking about. And the average price range, we even went as far as Greenville and up on the other side of Pennsylvania to up around the Matamoros area to check out an ambulance to see what they had. That's what we came up with. That's the bid. We picked Horton because Horton is one of the best ambulances made out there. Our neighboring communities have Hortons. One of the things we liked was the safety feature. They have airbags in the back of the box where the EMT and the patient are. They have airbags. They're one of the only ones that have that. There is no federal regulation for the back of the box, which I was quite surprised to find out, but Horton exceeds their expectations. If you have questions,
The total price is $223,569?
unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, okay.
One other question, what's the life expectancy of an ambulance? I know it will vary because some
Right.
years you'll have more calls than others.
No, we rotate them around. The one we're replacing right now, which the town owns, is a 2011. It's got 107,000 miles on it. Those are hard miles. They're not long-distance miles. They're short runs, 2 or 3 miles. They run fast.
Yeah.
They stop, and then they run quick again back up to the hospital, depending on the call. Yeah, a lot of idling.
Yeah, a lot of
time.
idle time, yeah.
They're diesels, but we try to rotate over. We have 3 ambulances. We own 2, and you supply us with 1, so we try to rotate them around so they last longer. So on the average, I'd say about 10, 11, 12 years
Right.
they last. Okay, this one, once we put the order in, it's another 6 to 8 months before we get it.
Right. Just if you could just refresh my memory, Wayne.
Yeah.
So I know we pay in into like a capital fund for this. Am I correct? Or
Yes, you have a line item.
right.
Yes.
How much do we have in that, Mr. Supervisor?
I think it's about 180. I don't want to approve this tonight. I want to wait till February 3rd because I want to get the right account numbers
Okay.
for it.
All right.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
and we have a meeting February 3rd, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
I just
fine.
want to get the account numbers, the balances.
Sure.
Helen and I missed each other today when I was trying to.
Yeah,
trying to
I
get 'em.
expect this is a preliminary
Yeah.
meeting
Yeah.
we have.
Hey, can I say, like the old rig, is that something where you like trade it in and you get something?
Yep.
Yeah.
So pretty much, we looked around.
Ian, could you go to the mic?
We looked around, private or what we could do with it. Actually, Horton is offering us the best value we found
On a
as a
trade.
trade into it. If we were to buy the Horton from them.
Okay.
So it would be kind of a trade, like you trade your car.
Yeah, just
in.
like, and what's that number roughly? I mean, is that reflected in that bottom line
It is.
price?
It
It
is.
is.
If you
So the
look,
trade's in there? Okay.
on the back page.
I'll
you'll
look at
see
it, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my apologies. This is Justin LaMarche and
Yep.
Ian Harrington. They were in the committee. They did a lot of the work for it.
Justin
They're the
Amaria.
co-chairs for it. There were Jerry Fiorelli was there and Wayne Jones.
Okay.
Yep. I met with you guys on 2 separate occasions.
Yes.
Yep.
right.
During the process,
I'll let
so.
the younger guys do all the work.
Yeah,
you know?
well, and let me just say this, about 2 weeks ago, I'm not breaking any HIPAA laws here, so my mother-in-law, got called, we had a call for an ambulance, and I will tell you that, Wayne came, I think it was Brian,
Right.
he's a dispatcher as well, right?
Yes,
Is
he's
that Brian?
Monroe.
Yeah, okay, and then, the blonde-haired girl's her name Amanda?
Amanda.
Yes.
Amanda. I will tell you that the 3 of them were phenomenal, fantastic, and they got to the call, I think, in less than 8 minutes from the time we called, so
Wow.
very much appreciated. So, and I thank you guys for training
glad to
them,
hear
and, was that?
We're glad to hear that.
Yeah, it was all good, and my mother-in-law's doing fine, so.
Good.
Yeah, so conceptually, if everybody's okay with it, I'd like to put all the numbers together with what's in
Sure.
the fund, and
Yep.
we've also set up a contingency fund going forward, so that within 10 years, we will be able to hopefully pay for the
Yeah,
entire
just
cost.
roll it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah, ambulances get quite involved now. There's a lot of equipment in it, the upgrades. So like you said, there's airbags in the back now as opposed to what you didn't have before. So it's a lot of equipment. It's not just a simple, pickup truck.
Like they used to be.
No, there used to be caddies, I believe, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And listen, I've seen, like firsthand where some of these, like where I work, and they went out and got a Ford base, like a Sprinter type, and they don't hold up. You know what I mean? They're not.
Yeah, that's what we kind of found out.
Yeah, they're
No,
not.
they don't.
They're not. I mean, they're a lot less money, and that's what makes them attractive.
Right.
But when you look at what, especially for what we do up here, is down there in the city, they didn't hold up. They might be great for like these private services that run back and forth, but they're not. Running around in all sorts of weather. The Sprinters were better than the Fords, but the Fords really didn't hold up.
Yeah,
Long term.
We were
so.
looking for the best bang for our buck.
Yeah. So, yeah, listen, we get another 10, 12 years. That's great.
Yeah,
All right, I'm good.
All right.
Okay.
good. Okay, thank you
All right.
very much.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you very
Appreciate it.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming down.
Thanks.
I'd like to make a motion to table Real Term Energy till February 3rd.
I'll second.
All right, second. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. Mary, did you have a
Well,
motion from the floor?
we're not done we still have Genebo Road.
That's old
Old
business.
business.
Oh, you want to do, okay, motion from the floor? Then yes, I would like to bring up the fact that the Highway
Why are you
Department...
arguing me? I'm giving you the floor.
I wasn't going to be until number 14. Here it's 11.
You can
Okay.
wait till 11 o'clock at night if you like.
Oh, boy.
Our Highway Department needs a trailer. They're going to be putting some heavier equipment in there that can't be done on the back of a pickup truck, so they need one of these trailers. They have 2 bids, and the price that they were able to get was $7,350. Since it will be used not only for highway but for the water, some water districts need to carry some larger equipment, whether it's a pipe threader or I guess a large pump.
Generator.
Generator, yes. So I would like to have the board approve a split between highway for $3,675 and the water districts $3,675 for the trailer to be purchased from Skyline Equipment. We did also reach out to another vendor, but their price was higher.
Not only was their price higher, it was, the higher prices for a 2019 model, we got a 2020.
Yeah, right. All right, I'll second that motion. Are you making that motion?
I'll
right
make
now?
the motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved.
No, I don't, we vote the same.
Okay, old business. So, Genebro. All right, so we have a resident that's looking to get into the Moodna Sewer District. I spoke with Brian Smith, and I spoke with our town clerk. I have to speak to this gentleman. I don't want to repeat the cost right now until I speak to the gentleman, because there's a back charge for the infrastructure, and there are some other particulars that are outside the norm that he would need in order to hook up into the sewer. So, before I say it in public, I want us to talk to the homeowner to make sure he's aware and see if he wants to go forward with it. So,
Also the location of the house, yeah.
yeah. The location of the house is out of the district. That's why there's a back charge for it. So, it might be cheaper for him to put a whole new septic system in.
So,
All right, no
to-
problem.
is that something that comes before us, or since we had the chairman of Moodna
Well,
here?
all right. I'm
how's that?
familiar with it, but what's happening, yes, he is out, and it's going to be a little extraordinary. So at this point,
Right,
he's going to have to weigh what he wants to,
right.
What do
So
you
is it
want?
something that falls
It comes
with?
to us first,
Okay.
because we are the
Oh,
administrators.
Yeah, yeah, the money administrators, yeah.
right, and so he has to get a cost from.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just, you know, I didn't want us to usurp our
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
authority of, usurp the authority of Moodna to.
Parish.
All right, so you want to make a motion to table this, or
Yeah,
until the next
yeah,
meeting?
we'll make a motion to table it till February 3rd.
All right, I'll make a motion to table it until.
Well, I shouldn't say table it. Well, yeah, table it,
Yeah,
whatever.
till the
So you make the
third.
motion?
Yes.
All right, I'll second it. Call the question?
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. All right, public comment. You guys bored enough back there yet?
Anybody?
Yeah.
Ward Brower?
That's where
You
public.
think you're bored now? Ward's coming up to speak. Come on, Ward. He knows I'm only kidding.
Thanks, I thought you were my friend. Ward Brower, private citizen, let's liven it up a little. Referring back to the agenda, the changes recommended by Ben to the accessory apartment, will the public get a chance to have input into that?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I'll actually give you my copy tonight.
Oh, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine we're gonna have to do a public hearing on it anyway.
We should
Like
post
it
any,
anyway up on-
like any zoning change, we're gonna have to follow the state requirements, state law requirements. So,
Also, it'd have to be posted on the website, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, everything that,
I got mine.
I mean,
got mine. You want me to- you
yeah.
want it?
yeah, we'll have to go through the full review process, you know,
Hey, it's caught me off guard.
me too.
Are they awake back there?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this will be required.
Hey, Rick,
I got it, I
I'll
got
give it to you later if you...
yeah.
Thank you.
These changes are in red there.
Okay. Read that.
Bon appetit.
Thank you, Ward.
Cure insomnia.
Mike Goldstein?
Good evening, Mike Goldstein, resident.
Good evening.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
I'm curious
Thank
to
you.
know if the solar system is working yet. Is our solar farm in operation? Are we saving the green bucks, or is that just sitting there looking pretty? Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all the speakers signed up.
Okay. Anybody else got a comment?
I don't know enough about the solar thing to comment on it.
I defer to you. so.
With solar?
Yes, yes, we defer to you with the solar.
Since you know the solar system.
Yes. Well, right now, it's not operating. It's essentially out of our control right now. And we are essentially awaiting a response from the company that has taken it over. The original gentleman that,
Gentlemen,
I shouldn't call him a gentleman, well, yeah, maybe he's a gentleman, but he's a,
I wouldn't go that far.
The original developer.
yeah, the original developer for the solar system kind of went essentially belly up. And the company that financed him took it over. So any agreements we had with him were signed over to the company that has taken it over. There were also some monetary agreements made with him, which we have found out because of their financing, which we weren't aware of, that we probably will not get those monies associated with the agreement we made. So this was done prior to 4 out of this 5 boards participation on the board, and it's an ongoing issue, one that our attorneys are constantly looking into, so, and working with.
I mean, clearly, our desire is to get that up and operating, and we believe that it will happen because the infrastructure is there, everything is there. The problem was the original, as the supervisor said, the original person that was selected was less than reputable, and there's been a myriad of issues that have arisen from his participation in this, which precludes us from this time. We don't own it. We can't flip a switch, and but we want to get it up and going. It's there. That's, it's in the hands of the attorney, as the supervisor said. So we're working on it.
Anyone else from the public? Any other business? Council, was there anything?
Just an executive session topic that I would share with very short order.
Okay, what is the topic?
I have you.
Okay, so litigation.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this time, I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session to discuss litigation.
Cologne, a second.
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. Ready?
Go.
Okay, I would like to return to our regular meeting. I'll make a motion to return to our regular town meeting.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bingham. Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.
Okay, so moved. Well, no further discussion, no further decisions other than some discussion came out of our executive session. So, can someone make a motion to adjourn if no one has anything else to say?
I'd like to make that motion of adjournment
I'll second.
at 8:16.
8:16. I'll second.
Any comments about?
No?
No?
Call the question.
Bingham, aye.
Cologne, aye.
Cardone, aye.
McGinn, aye.